Thank you for tuning in to India's only real estate show, which covers everything from policy to prices to best places to put your money when it comes to real estate. Before we kickstart the show, a quick reminder on how you can reach out to us. The phone lines are always open to take your calls. You can also SMS us at 56388 or just email us at property@ndtv.com. That's how easy it is for you to reach out to us. Sameer Jasuja, CEO and founder of Prop Equity, with me here in the studio to make sure that you get the best advice on your questions. Sameer, thanks very much for coming into the studio. And let's tell you what we've got lined up for you today. We're going to start the show with the NCR market for the hot properties in Noida and Gurgaon. Next up, smart home options in the two southern favorites, Bangalore and Chennai. Affordable home options in Ahmedabad, that's west for you. Also a special segment on how to save power and minimize your energy usage during summers where power cuts are going to become a norm rather than an exception across India. Alright, so three cities we're going to cover right up front in the top segment, Gurgaon, Mumbai and Chennai. So stay tuned and watch carefully. Samiksha is on the phone line with us with our first question. Samiksha, hi. Thank you very much for joining in. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I am looking for buying an apartment in basically maybe in South Mumbai. Well, I have shortlisted a project. It's Rania by Sugi Developers. So I would like to know, what's your view on that property? And basically, I'm looking for a 1 BHK flat, and my budget is 1.2 CR. Also, I'm open for any options. I work in Churchgate, so I want something which is in between Churchgate to Bandra. Any options, if you have any recommendations for it?
All right, the project that you've shortlisted is in a very popular area. I mean, that's Dadar, right?
Yeah.
So that it meets a purpose. It's also on the subway line. So do you think we can give her more options?
Yeah, I think this project is a good project. You can go and Samiksha can actually go for it as an end-use property. It is a popular project close to all the infrastructure development like schools, hospital and retail. Dadar is also considered to be the most established and oldest areas in South Mumbai. It's the upmarket part, well connected to West and the harbour line. Lower Parel is the other option that we would recommend you. It's an important commercial and residential location of South Mumbai, and grade A office buildings are over there. Employment generation is happening in a big way, and its proximity to Churchgate is fantastic, and also to Bandra complex. But your requirement is Churchgate right now, so it's good enough. The data points: total projects, Lower Parel 15 projects, Dadar West 6 projects. Total supply in Lower Parel is 2188 units and Dadar West is 6 units. Inventory overhang in Lower Parel is 28 months and Dadar West is 25 months. Keeping in mind 1 BHK options, and this is the luxury segment in the 1 BHK option, that's why the options are fewer. Weighted average price is 28,012 rupees for Lower Parel, and Dadar West is 35,138 rupees a square feet. If you were to look at the price appreciation trends, 23% over the last 2.5 years in Lower Parel, that's 9.2% on an annualized basis, and Dadar West has been about 40% or 16% on an annualized basis. If you wanted to look at the options, Hiranya by Sugi Developers is an option that we think you should go ahead with. 1 BHK option is 489 square feet, is directly available from the developer. Project is getting ready by 2015. One more option, Numec Elegance by Numec Group, Lower Parel, 21,000 rupees a square feet, so much cheaper. 2013 is the completion year, and this project is also available from the developer.
All right, Samiksha, so one more project for you to look at, Numec Elegance, and it's an end-use question, so I'm not going to get, unduly worried about those inventory overhang figures that we just flashed on Lower Parel and the Dadar micro markets, and that's the curious part about Mumbai's market, where prices continue to go up even though there's a lot of supply in those markets and sales are slow. But we got to live with it.
1 BHK options typically anyway have limited supply. So they are slightly more pricey than the 3-bedroom options and 4-bedroom options, and they're more liquid also.
Okay.
Because when prices go so high, the ticket price of 1.5 to 2 crores also is a fairly good ticket price
to buy it, and therefore 1
sell.
BHK you'll always find buyers.
Yeah.
That's another thing about Mumbai. 1 BHK is of course a fast selling product. Rajinder Singh writes in and says, I watch your property program with great interest and believe that we should all seek your advice and guidance. Rajinder, thank you very much. He says, I'm a resident of London and have decided to purchase a 3-bedroom apartment in Gurgaon, New Delhi. My budget is about 1.3 crores. I want to buy an apartment directly from a well-known property developer, where the complex should be under construction and developer can guarantee the delivery of the apartment on or before 2 years and 10 months period from now. My God, that's very precise. One of my friends has pointed out 3 developments: ILD Grand Sector 37C, Gurgaon; MGF Palm Garden Sector 83, Gurgaon; and California Sector 73, Gurgaon. I must admit, I haven't seen any of these properties. What do I do? I'm visiting Delhi or arriving Delhi on 18th of April. So that's just 3-4 days from here. I think first we should probably tell him to take his friend's advice with a bag full of salt. There are so many better developments, developers and projects than the ones he shortlisted.
Sure, absolutely. Gurgaon actually, first of all, is a very aggressive market, as we've been speaking about for a long time. Projects get sold out during the time of launch only, so very difficult for us to recommend you projects directly available from the developer or in the primary market, that too getting completed in 2 years and 10 months, because projects during launch time only get sold out and then they typically take 4 to 5 years to get built out. So that, going by that, we would recommend you projects that are on resale. I know it's going to be a difficult option to transact so quickly on a resale property, but that's the only problem that we have, unless you really look at a project which is just recently launched and then it has 4 to 5 years to complete. So you'll have to weigh the pros and cons of both the options. The construction of the ILD Grand is going very slow. Location 37C is also not ideal for investment in close proximity to the old Gurgaon area. Construction of Palm Gardens is just started. How the developer is going slow on execution due to financial constraints, so this project could be prone to potential delays. And Today Homes is not the best of developers in the Gurgaon market. I will now come to the key data points and some recommendations that we have for you. 23 projects in the new Gurgaon sectors, 81 to 95. There are more reputed developers over there as well. Total supply is 9,800 units. Inventory overhang is only 8 months. The other emerging micro market, although livability is going to take 3 to 4 years, is Dwarka Expressway side and the Delhi side of that, starting with sector 109 going up to 115. 27 projects, total supply 7439 units, inventory overhang 8 months. The first option, new Gurgaon sectors, the weighted average price is 6083 rupees a square feet.